Welcome to Savannah, Georgia, known as the Hostess City of the South. Founded in 1773 by colonists led by James Edward Oglethorpe, the city is filled with history, good food, charm, hospitality, and ghosts of the past. This charming city makes a wonderful weekend getaway or a must-stop location if visiting the Lowcountry. Here are the top things to do if you are spending just a few days in Savannah, Georgia. Welcome to the Savvy Sightseer, the channel that helps you travel savvy. First of all, before you go off and do all the must-do things, you need to figure out where you should stay. I highly recommend staying down near River Street. We stayed at the Alita, and it was the perfect location. We were able to actually walk all sorts of places. Speaking of which, Savannah is an extremely walkable city, so bring your walking shoes because you will be walking quite a bit in order to see all this amazing city has to offer. Now, if you are staying on or near River Street, one of the first things you will definitely want to check out is River Street itself. And even if you aren't staying by River Street, you must take a moment to explore this historic cobblestone street. And I'm going to warn you, I'm probably going to use the word historic a lot because, well, Savannah is simply historic. With its history starting in 1733, it's seen the Revolutionary and Civil Wars. The ghosts of the past are strong here. Okay, now back to River Street. Make sure to take a walk along the Savannah River, and you might even be lucky enough to see a giant container ship. We were lucky enough to see a few of these from our hotel room, and these things are quite impressive with their massive size. It actually towered over the JW Marriott Hotel that was right out our window. River Street itself is filled with shops, restaurants, and history, so take some time to stroll along this historic road. The night we were there, we ate at the Savannah Tequila Company, and it was awesome on a hot summer night with refreshing drinks and really great fresh food. Another must-see stop along River Street is the JW Marriott Plant Riverside District. Located in an old power plant that had been abandoned for decades, this area has been revitalized and now offers restaurants, bars, and even an art museum. Take a stroll through their nice air-conditioned lobby to see the giant chrome-dipped dinosaur, along with a variety of large gyms such as Amethyst and Citrine, and a variety of other Jurassic-inspired sites. If you have kids in tow like we did, it is a really great place to just let them explore and take a break from all the sightseeing you're doing. Also located within the JW Marriott is the Electric Moon. Located on the roof of the JW Marriott, the Electric Moon is a fun place with river views. Children are welcome until 6 o'clock, and then it's just for the adults to have fun. Our hotel room looked right at this bar, and you could tell the adults had more fun sliding down the giant slide than the kids did. As you stroll along River Street, you can stop in at places like Beard's Cookies. Originating since 1924 right in Savannah, Georgia, Beard's Cookies has several shops in both Georgia and South Carolina. The River Street location, like the others, offer free samples of their many different flavors. These cookies make a great gift to bring back or just a nice treat for yourself. Another stop along River Street is the original location of River Street Sweets, known mostly for their famous pralines. As soon as you walk in, you can see them making these southern treats. They even offer you a sample, along with all other sorts of fun candies. After walking along River Street, climb up some of the historic stairs to the Factor's Walk. This historic area was once home to the largest cotton exchange in America. Be sure to check out the Cotton Exchange building dating back to 1887, with the iconic lion statue in front. Its red exterior with the intricate designs all over it was one of my favorite buildings I saw in the entire Southeast. Also, make sure to check out the pedestrian bridge in which people put locks on. It's a fun picture spot. As you are walking around these parts of Savannah, another must-do is to make sure to stop at one of the many locations, such as the Frosty Frog, that serve alcoholic beverages. And get it to go! Savannah, Georgia is one of the few cities in the United States that has an open container policy. As long as you get a drink that is 16 ounces or less in a plastic cup or container, and you stay within the historic district, you can walk around outside with your drink. On a hot day, like we had when we were there, it's the perfect way to cool down. And even if you don't drink or like alcoholic drinks, they have non-alcoholic versions even the kids will love. Now, if you're ready to get out and explore a bit more, one of my favorite things we did in our time in Savannah was take a trolley tour of Savannah. And it would be at the absolute top of my list of must-do things while in Savannah. This is probably one of the most popular touristy things to do, and there's several companies that run these tours. Some even offer horse carriage rides instead. But after doing a lot of research, I narrowed it down to the Old Savannah Tours. I chose this company because they had characters that would jump on and off the trolleys at certain stops, and I thought that might be a little bit more entertaining for the kids, which it was. They also offered an on-off tour where you can get off at a stop, get out and explore, and then get picked up on the next trolley. They come about every 15 minutes, so it's very easy to do, and you don't have to wait too long either. Either tour you choose takes you around some of the best and most iconic and historic sites Savannah has to offer. Most people we saw riding the trolley with us were staying on each stop, but I really suggest getting the on-off option and exploring the streets of Savannah by just walking around. The city is absolutely stunning, and the full beauty cannot be seen by sitting on that trolley. Plan for at least half a day doing it this way with the on-off option. If you choose to go ahead and just stay on, or you're just really limited on time, it's only going to be about an hour and a half for the whole tour. The best part of this tour is that the tour guide driving you around shares so many interesting facts and stories that make the city come alive before your eyes and seemingly takes you back in time. If you choose to take this tour, which I really suggest you do, I want to give you a tip that I did not see or find anywhere in my research. I read so many reviews about the different trolley tours and not a single one mentioned this tip, and it was a complete game changer. When you take this tour, if you can help it, you want to sit on the right side. The way this trolley tour goes, it just allows you to see a lot more. You'll get much better views and be able to take much better pictures. On this tour, you will get to see sites such as Cathedral Basilica of St. John the Baptist, Forsyth Park with its absolutely famous fountain, the Mercer Williams House, which was made famous by the novel Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, and later the movie based off the novel named the exact same thing. And then there's Chippewa Square, which is the location of the famous bench scenes in Forrest Gump. The bench is not there anymore, it's actually at Universal Studios in Hollywood. But the amazing feeling of standing right where Forrest Gump said, "Life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get," was priceless. Speaking of Chippewa Square, located just behind the filming location of Forrest Gump's bench scenes, is a statue of General James Oglethorpe, the founder of the colony of Georgia. Oglethorpe had a master plan to create squares around Savannah. Currently, there are 22 squares around this historical downtown area, each one dotted with towering oaks covered in the stunning draping moss, with statues honoring historical figures in their center. These squares contribute to making Savannah one of the most beautiful cities I have ever seen, and also the most unique. Another must-do thing while in Savannah is checking out Bonaventure Cemetery. You might be wondering why you would want to visit a cemetery. I sure did. But once there, I understood why. Sitting along the Wilmington River, this cemetery is hauntingly beautiful. It feels like you've stepped into some Hollywood Halloween movie scene, and it actually has been featured in movies such as the previously mentioned Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. The tree-lined roads that lead you through the cemetery and the over-the-top ornate graves makes this place very picturesque and leaves you with a feeling of hauntedness. With graves dating back into the 1700s, there are many historic people important to Georgia buried here. You can take a guided tour, but just walking around by yourself is a great way to explore it. Something that is a must-do, and will be a must-do for us anytime we visit Savannah, is to eat ice cream at Leopold's Ice Cream. This ice cream shop was founded in 1919 by three brothers. Their ice cream is handcrafted right in their historical location in downtown Savannah, using the original secret recipe. It was one of the best ice creams I have ever had in my life. As someone who has lived her entire life in the Pacific Northwest, I had no idea what good ice cream tasted like until traveling in the southeast part of the United States. I live in Portland, home of the original Salt and Straw, and Salt and Straw has nothing on Leopold's. Leopold's is just superior. If you choose to take the Old Savannah Trolley tour, and if you get off at stop 8, it's less than a 5-minute walk to Leopold's. We did this, and it was the best afternoon treat on a really hot summer day. It also made great bribery with the kids to just keep walking. Lastly, a must-do when visiting Savannah, Georgia, and it's a great thing to do especially if you have kids with you, is to visit Tybee Island. About a 20 to 30 minute drive away from downtown Savannah, you will find this beautiful beach community that actually served as one of the filming locations of the Baywatch movie with Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, and Zac Efron. The water is warmer than Hawaiian waters in the summer. The waves are super calm, and the sand is really soft. My kids loved it. It was super busy when we were there because it's a popular destination for tourists and locals alike. Putting my feet in this water felt like putting my feet in a very warm pool. I had never felt water quite like it. There's a lot more to do on Tybee Island besides just hanging out at the beach, including visiting the Battery Garland and the Tybee Island Lighthouse. I really wasn't sure what to expect visiting Savannah. I love history, but I also had two kids along with me who don't necessarily love history. I wasn't sure how they would be able to hang, but my whole family loved it, and surprisingly, they loved the history especially. Savannah has easily become one of our favorite cities we have visited, and we'll never forget the timeless elegance of this charming southern town. Make sure to add Savannah, Georgia to your list of places you must visit. Thank you for joining me and letting me share with you the must-do things when visiting Savannah, Georgia. Make sure to hit subscribe so you can see more of my videos to help inspire your next travel destination and to help you travel savvy.